for coming. And the reason why I want to call everyone here is due to a Facebook post that we received through the public of an issue outlining my officers stopping an individual by the name of Brandon McCormick. So it was a very detailed post that we saw, and I'm sure everyone has seen it. But the post had a couple things, a lot of details, but it didn't have specifics. So what we first initially did was do every attempt to try to get this individual and find him. So we were able, after it took a lot of manpower, a lot of man hours of looking at research, find the individual, and to be able to take one of the complaints. He complained about a stop, and then he also complained, it was compounding. He complained about being able to come here to the police department, submit a complaint, talk to someone, and get some feedback. So that also compounded it because it bothered me, because we take very seriously the ability for the community and citizens to submit a complaint to us. That's part of our trust. That's part of it. Any complaint we'll take, verbal, written. But if you walk in the door, we have many different measures to capture someone's ability to be able to investigate what they said. So that's very, very valuable to us. So what we were able to capture is when he submitted his report, he said just yesterday that he came into the building. So immediately we start looking at our lobby video, and we found nothing. Then we start trying to figure out how can we find this individual. We were able to, based off his Facebook post, identify where he worked. We sent him instant messengers to say, can you please call us back to get some information. At his job, we were able to identify, confirm what he said in the post, which was he got stopped by an officer that he sent a text to his employer. His employer was able to confirm that. His employer called him and was able to get him on the phone, and we were able to reach him at that point. That gave us some outline times of when he came into our building, so we can start further researching why we don't see him on the video. So what I'm going to be able to show you is, when we didn't see that, we went to our outside video, because as you can know, in downtown we have camera footage for the downtown area, plus our lobby. So the first video I'm going to show you is trying to look for Mr. McCormick, and if the cursor will show what time it is, where we find him. Can someone assist me?
8:01 right now, Chief.
8:01. This is, you can see the police department is right here on the corner, and if you look in this area, it's 8:01 a.m. yesterday. The time he's running for the video.
He's going to speed it up just a little bit
Just a
so we
little
can get
bit.
through it.
This is so raw video. We haven't edited it. We just want to let you see. We'll be able to give you a copy of the video, because all we can do is facts to say, did this exist at the time period he said he came into the building? And this is Mr. McCormick right here, showing up on our screen to what we believe he's coming to make a complaint, as per his post, what his post says. So that's our front entry grate. Up here, as he's walking towards where our front door is, he continues to walk. Can everyone identify who we believe at this point? We have confirmed, just letting you know, that is Mr. McCormick coming to our building, so we think. So we just brought it out, zoomed it in. Now we're going to take a different shot, because we know he's walking in this direction, so we expect to see him coming to our front entryway. It's 8:03 at this point. That looks like he just took the picture that's posted. Did you all see? So continue going. And Mr. McCormick continues to walk down, turn the corner. He gets on the phone. Looks like he's making a call. you have it going just a little bit faster, because to share with you what you're about to watch is he doesn't come in the building. This is regular interaction. He goes towards the back of the building. He's coming back. And then he heads up Hay Street. Now, we're going to a different screen so we can capture at that point. You got a little far. So remember, we're trying to capture, we know he never comes back because we keep it on the screen. So we're trying to capture at what point it is 8:11. Speed it up so we can see where it's going. And say 12. And right there at 8:12, he's walked up. So you can imagine how far everyone is familiar where we are on Hay Street, correct? So at 8:12, 8:13. He's still walking up Hay Street. So do we have a?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we're going to the Market Square where he is. There he is right at this point on the other side of the market. He stopped at the intersection, crossing. Now he's hanging back going towards, looks like the Children's Museum, possibly, but I don't know, because we're going to pick it up on the next screen. This is where we pick him up. So it is 8:19, 8:20. This is the back where the parking deck is, Franklin and Gillespie. And there he is at 8:20, walking on the back of Franklin. Let me speed that up to see how far he goes down. So that's 8:21. So everyone's following along that road. So it should be coming up right there. At this point it's 8:23. So he makes a right on at Ray Street.
That's Maxwell.
I'm sorry, that's Maxwell. I'm looking at the top thing. Thank you. So, where can we pick him up next? So, everyone knows at what point in Hay Street this is. A lot of walking going on, and a lot of film time capturing at what point, where is he walking in the downtown area, and actually, we don't know what he's doing. What side of the corner am I looking for?
You're gonna be looking at this right side, he crosses from Maxwell,
Coming this way.
across A Street, he'll come
Okay.
over to, in front of the vape shop.
Okay.
There is a period of lingering.
Let's speed it up, let's try to capture it for you.
You can actually speed it up a lot. Maybe 8:29, slow it down a little bit here. 8:31.
Is that, no, that's another vehicle, that's another car. That's it right there?
Yes, ma'am, unfortunately, the sun does.
pixel?
Yeah, it does distort it just a little bit. 'Cause of
Okay,
the
what's the
sun.
next screen? So that's at 8:32 at this point.
And he does linger in that area for a period of possibly 10 minutes.
Okay.
Before he then, turns to come back down Hay Street.
So can we get him coming back down
Yes,
the
ma'am.
street? So,
Could be Hay and go to 8:47.
so remember, the cameras are set up primarily for safety. Safety of the downtown area, safety of the, what comes in our police headquarters, but it also helps validate time period when things are occurring downtown. So, the next scene should show him coming back from his walk. Next time period is what, Rachel?
He's getting ready to walk into frame here in just a second.
Okay. And he's back at 8:48. Keep it going. So I do recall in his post, he said he spent 40 minutes talking to someone, but he never crosses the threshold of our front door, and that's the only way for the public to get in. So the next screen, we say, well, maybe he has the time period wrong, but if you watch, if you can speed it up, speed it up a little bit for me, please. We do capture him coming still straight back down. And then he walks into the subway. After he walks into the subway, we'll speed it up. When he comes out,
So he'll spend a couple minutes in Subway.
there he's coming out. This next screen, where did he go? that's the medical arts parking lot, and there he is. Is that accurate? Was that?
Yes, ma'am, that's him walking down the sidewalk, returning to the medical arts parking lot. Where he's backing it up to show him
Okay, yeah, thank you for backing up.
there, that's him walking across the street at the same time frame.
Okay. Right there. Crossing back away from the police headquarters. And he parked his vehicle in that parking lot. Can we get that other view? Does it show him leaving in the parking lot?
It doesn't, ma'am.
Okay, so the time period is 8:53. Why that's important is he makes his post at 10:13, I believe, a.m. yesterday. That was the first questions of why would he say he came in, spoke with someone, submitted a complaint, and had nothing. We didn't stop because ultimately what's important is what he said. The most egregious thing is that he got stopped by an officer. In the meantime, what we have is the ability to check all of our vehicles. It's called an automatic vehicle locator, of where they exist. We're talking to him at this point. He's given us his intersection, he's given us time period. We have confirmed none of our vehicles and no canine vehicle were in that area at all. We went for a secondary interview with him at his home because we didn't want him to have to come down here just to ask specific questions. And he gave us statements to say that he did come in the building again, and we confirmed that he did not. Nonetheless, we wanted to narrow down, were there any officers that he engaged in encounter. All of our vehicles, when we put it on the blue lights, automatically turns on a camera. We have body-worn camera. We have automatic vehicle locators. There's nothing there for any type of patrol officer there. So we asked and we shared this with them. He's confirmed the intersection of where it occurred. And help me again, the specific intersection is
Where Southern Avenue changes to Legion Road at East and West Mountain Drive.
where Southern Avenue changes to Legion's Road at
East and West Mountain Drive.
East and West Mountain Drive. That is a specific location for a specific time. What we did next was, because we know we didn't have any video there, because we had no officers identified that worked for the police department there, we went to the business there. And at that business, the Marathon gas station, we were able to obtain video that showed for those time period, there is no vehicle stopped. There is no person. We did not even see his vehicle come through that intersection at that time period. So at this point, we don't know for what reason. The details that he gave us, plus the details that he gave Facebook for the specifics of what he did and when he did it, we have unfounded those incidences. They did not occur. And why am I speaking? Because that hurts our community. That hurts our community in the trust where people believe that they can come and make a complaint and we will take you seriously. Where people believe that you will be stopped and have that ability to talk to an officer, to tell why you're being stopped. If it did not happen, I can't say why it was posted. But we also know it's kind of comforting. Throughout the post, there were citizens saying what you need to do. That's empowering. You know your constitutional rights. You know you have the ability to make a complaint. You know it's going to be recorded. You know that we have body-worn camera. You know as soon as the blue lights come on, it starts recording. We can't eliminate that. You know we have resources. We have also the community. We have the community, that the business owners that say, where are these cameras happening? If anyone came through that intersection at 7:30, what was the time period? 7:30 in the morning is the time he said it occurred. We will have witnesses. 7:30 a.m. There are a lot of people commuting in that intersection. We would have had a lot of witnesses saying, I witnessed this occurring at this or that was the other benefit when he said it happened. In the morning, where a lot of people are commuting in that intersection, a lot of our officers are commuting in that intersection, coming to work. It did not happen as far as anyone stopping anyone. But I'm still hoping that there is some place that Mr. McCormick is saying it occurred. Maybe he's not sure. So we will be completing a court order for where his phone was at that time that he showed us the text that he sent his job, where he said he called his spouse. We will do a court order to say where exactly, because a court order will show you exactly were you at this intersection, or maybe he was someplace else, to validate where it was. So I'm hoping I can share that enough information to say all we can operate is on facts. Any questions that anyone may have? I'm sorry, Captain, you have?
We do have the video from the convenience store.
We do have the video for the convenience store as well, to be able to show you during that time period that his statement twice that we have, it did not occur. We have a view of the whole intersection. Is it Babe to pull up?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's pull that up.
It's gonna be on the
The
two
TV
monitors.
behind you.
The
in
two
front of you.
monitors over here,
And just to orient you,
please.
this is a convenience store here. If you're looking back towards where that vehicle's coming in the background, this is going to be West Mountain Drive, where the truck is coming from. Going straight across would be East Mountain Drive. This is Legion Road at a Southern Avenue on the other side.
In the time period of this video,
This goes from 7:20 in the morning to 7:50.
in the time period of his text where he texted his employer was
7:30, and there was also a telephone call at 7:44.
7:24,
7:44 to his spouse.
7:44. So he texts his employer at 7:30, but he called his spouse at 7:44. Got it. So as you can imagine, we watched this video for before, all the way past, to see if anything occurred at that intersection, and nothing occurred at that intersection.
And Chief, due to this being not our video, we can't speed it up, but we'll be happy to
That's
provide them
correct.
with a copy.
We were
of it.
able to obtain this video from that business, just like the citizens said when they were posting, go get the business area. That's what we utilize, other resources in the community to help us figure out the clues of when this happened and what occurred. So I just wanted to be able to tell our side of the story with facts.
And as far as when that court order is complete and the investigation is completely complete, what would be the next step if you find that this is false?
So, unfortunately, the next steps are us regaining our trust in the community on something that we didn't do. Us hoping for the truth to come out. And the only one who really knows that truth is Mr. McCormick. So, this is our attempt to show you the facts of what he said occurred, what his statements say, in all his details that he provided us to be able to corroborate what he said, confirm he came in, but right now we are in between building our own trust back based off of someone else telling their facts.
So basically, you're responding to his posting. Last time I looked had 1,300 shares. You're saying
Absolutely.
it's gone viral, and you're trying to respond to that.
I am trying to let the community and the nation, because who knows where this is going, know that the statements that he made in his post did not occur based off of video and facts and his statement and his timeline. So because of it going viral, it causes the community to believe his side of the statement of his facts. I want to regain the trust that we did not pull away. We have done nothing that he posts. And let the community ask him questions of facts. Let the community ask him, as they were asking on his post, give us a timeline. They were asking, give us the locations. We were looking for that. But he never responded to his thread. He never responded to anyone. He never replied to it.
Beyond people seeing and responding to his Facebook
Yes.
post, have you been getting contacted by the public about this?
Absolutely, sir. The public is contacting us all the time, knowing that from the time this got posted at 10 o'clock, we have utilized so many resources from our investigators that here's the other reason why it pulls away and hurts the community. We've got regular crime occurring, investigators doing other things, trying to solve crimes. We pulled resources away from true crimes that occurred to try to address this. It would have been, this is a serious public crisis if it is happening. That's why we pull those resources to delegate toward that. It costs a lot to say manpower, resources, going out, taking interviews, because if this was occurring, it would be very, very serious. We take these constitutional rights very seriously.
He was alleging both the police. In his claim, he's alleging both are marked police vehicles.
Yes,
Is there any way at all?
not just marked and a canine vehicle. So two different marks, but one specifically with a canine officer.
Is there any way the officers can disable the camera or the
No, sir.
GPS tracking?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
and you
sir.
and you can at any time you want look on a map or a computer screen and tell where every single one of your police cars is?
Historically, yes, where they were and what they're doing,
Oh, live and his, oh, it tracks him.
yes.
This video from the convenience store, does his vehicle appear anywhere, like passing through or stopping?
No, sir. Nowhere.
Is it anywhere near his route to work?
It's not even in his route to work. Confirming it's not his route to work?
He could take different ways
That's
in which he
true.
would go to work from his home.
I don't know.
That is, I mean, I can get from here to my home probably 10 different ways.
Right.
That's just what route I choose to take.
Only he would know what route he took.
Okay.
But he did state this is the intersection that happened.
Is it possible it was sheriff's office, state troopers, some other law enforcement agency?
And that's what we go look for. We go look for, if it's not us, then who? We did a search for any vehicle, when you run through the system, any vehicle in the county, another jurisdiction in the county, and we've eliminated any vehicle stopping that vehicle running that tag. And remember, running that tag is not for searching for the individual. Running a tag is for the safety of an officer, to identify, I'm out with this car. If anything happens to me, this is where I am. So running a tag, it will be noted and found anywhere.
And standard procedure when you pull someone over to punch into the computer or radio in the license tag?
That is correct.
And there is a record that all law enforcement agencies can access to verify that somebody was stopped?
Yes, sir.
And that's, okay. So you didn't have to call the sheriff's office or anything like that?
That's correct.
Okay. When you guys went out to see him, I guess you visited him at his home, you saw him at his employer and at his
No,
residence?
we went to his home.
Okay. Any injuries on his face?
Captain Joyce,
He did allege in his post that he had a busted lip from this incident.
Mhm.
We're able to observe that and also photograph with no sign of injury.
No damage to his lip or face at all?
No, sir.
How did he explain that? Or did you ask? I don't know.
That, he alleged that occurred as you read his post, that when he was slammed to the ground on the pavement.
Right.
so only he can answer truly what he meant, what he said, or what occurred to him from this point. So
I mean,
those
so-
will be questions for him.
I mean, did your folks, I don't know, if it's detectives or investigators,
Yes.
ask him, we don't see any injury on your face, why don't we see that?
No, we take his statement. We take photograph his
Uh-huh.
statement and we take his statement.
You didn't ask him to explain?
We try, but his I believe his statement was, I'm telling you this is what happened.
Okay. And there's no, he didn't say he went to the hospital or doctor office or anything like that?
No, sir.
When you're going to get his phone information, I guess that will be, I've seen this before, it's like you ask Google to give you tracking information, like you set up,
It's a warrant. Yep, yep.
okay, and how long do you think that will take?
I don't know, sir. I don't know. We
And
don't.
is that going to be like when I've seen this in other cases, they go to the judge grants permission.
correct.
I guess that'll be a public record, so, you don't know the timetable though, but,
Yeah, I don't have a timetable. I know this. I have enough information to show that what he wrote in his basic post
Mhm.
did not occur based off of his statement and his facts.
okay, so he said this, okay, he said that, he made the statement, which you guys are telling us is totally bogus. Is posting a bogus statement like this, is there a crime?
Unfortunately, we are here because we have freedom of speech.
Mhm.
And people can post whatever they want. It's freedom of speech. At the same time, law enforcement cannot. We cannot post whatever we want on Facebook.
Mhm.
Ours have to be based off of facts. We can't adjust a video and say this is a narrated. We give you the raw data of what's occurred. That's why I'm asking you here, so you can see raw data. You can see what we looked at, what we had to go through to research his statement, the time period.
Now, if he would have actually put filed for police report and it was found to be false, that's where the crime would have come.
That is correct.
Okay.
But he never filed any kind of a police report,
sir.
so.
None. He never even came
Came in your building,
the
yeah.
building to even file a complaint.
And you were talking about manpower too, and time and effort. What is that time? How much time have you given to this investigation?
Yeah, do you like a man-hours estimate?
I'm gonna tell you, even I was out there researching, trying to find him. From about 10:30 yesterday, we've been talking to him, working with them, researching, pulling video. This morning we were pulling video, making phone calls, trying. It's surmountable amount of time and a lot of different people.
And you spoke to him around what time yesterday?
We spoke to him multiple times yesterday.
Okay.
So at any time that you spoke to him, did you say, hey, do you want to fill out a police report now?
Well, no, because ultimately, we are taking this complaint seriously.
Right.
We want to find who these possible officers in the possible location. So he is a citizen making complaint. That's how serious, that's our focus. Our focus is of where did this happen? We know the second part of that, we eliminated, didn't occur. We still want to give him the benefit of the doubt of when the first part occurred. We can eliminate the second part, but when the first part, and we've eliminated both parts based off his statements and his time period. So, but that is all the time, and I gotta close it out because this has been a lot of man hours, as I said, including mine. I'm trying to get the phone calls, get the emails, get the statements of when are you going, what are you going to do about it? Because right now, people believe what he said occurred based off of his statements. And this is the ability for the community to say what he said occurred on his post, and further what we found out did not occur.
Does he have any kind of prior criminal record or encounters with your police department?
So that has nothing to do with what he posted on Facebook.
So
And with all due respect to him, that's all I want to talk about. So you can ask him whatever you want about his priors or anything like that. But if he has any, but all we care about is him as a citizen wanting to make a complaint, saying he couldn't, us eliminating it didn't happen, and us saying what officers did it. So now us not being the officers out there pulling people out. And you can, bottom line, you can come and make a complaint anyway. Phone call, emails, walk in the door. Everyone will take a complaint.
Where's he work?
It's on his Facebook page.
Okay.
And I think that's gonna be it. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.